Hi, it's Johanna, and I got my nails fixed. I had 2 broken nails, you may have noticed. My thumb, and I got it fixed with black, and my middle finger, which I got fixed with black dip, which is like dip in a powder. And I don't think it turned out well at all. I think it's a fail. I wanted it short, but I didn't want it like a bubble. It's too thick. And actually, I could go back and have them file it down more, but I just don't have the patience for that right now. I just don't. I had no idea when I was going to do a video on this fragrance. I didn't know if or when I would ever do a video on this fragrance. I have a slightly neutral attitude about this fragrance right now. I should just go get it. It's in my boxes. It's in my boxes, and it will be with the presentation. So let me just get it, and we'll talk about it with it in the room. While I was in the other room with my banker's boxes, getting this fragrance out, I noticed something else I got. I think I got these on Amazon, but these are Spiritual Sky perfume oil in Patchouli Musk. Oh, this one's missing. So I must have just gotten 2 in Patchouli Musk. That's one of the fragrances that they have. Yeah, Amazon. Can't remember how much I paid for it. I don't even know if I've tried it yet, to be honest with you. So here we go. Here it is. Here's the box, the presentation. Now, I bought this directly from the Maison Francis Kurkdjian website. So it's authentic. It be authentic. It better be, because Mason, he frickin' signed this for me. I don't think so, but I thought so. Slightly could have been potential that he might knew that I existed back when I first ordered this. Yes, I believe this was about spring of 2022 that I got this, and let's pull it out without further ado, because goodness knows there's been plenty of ado. Now, oh yeah, here. So this is how it goes. Yes, this is my bottle, and it's the Extrait, because you know I go for the strong stuff. So what happened was I subscribed to Scentbox just a few months after receiving the gift as a birthday gift, Perfume Flower Bomb Nectar by Victor and Rolf. Okay, so that's what started my fragrance addiction, and then delving into trying to make perfume myself in the probably spring of 2022. And I got a subscription to Scentbird, I believe, or Scentbox. I think it's Scentbox. I'm sorry, I can't remember, but I got a subscription to them, and the very first month came not the Extrait, but the Eau de Parfum. I believe it is. I believe it's an Eau de Parfum. Yes, because this is Extrait de Parfum. So it came, and I was taking it on a walk with me. I used to go on a lot more walks than I do right now, meditative walks and thinking walks. I get a lot of my thoughts and ideas from my walks, on my walks. So anyway, I brought it, it came in the mail. I brought it with me on my walk, and I sprayed it on me a little bit. Didn't take much, and I was like, this smells like Raid bug spray. Raid. Yeah, that's what I was getting. Now, I haven't sat down with the notes to really go through what all's in here, but you know, my thoughts are that it's probably, so it came off as Raid bug spray. It's unique and different, okay, in that way. And then I was like really buying the hype. Or just way the hype on Facebook groups for perfume lovers and stuff like that. So I was buying the hype. I was eating it up. I was gobbling it up. I had a crush on Maison Francis Kurkdjian too, by the way. And so he looked so cute in his like white shirt in the pictures on his website. And so I ordered this, and I had it engraved. It came engraved for free at that time. When you bought a bottle, you got a free engraving. And now I believe that's worth maybe $35. I can't remember how much they're charging for it. But I have my finger over my name because I'm not disclosing what name I have engraved on here. It's a secret. So yeah, so let's see how much is left. It is about like that. Yeah, so just slightly less than half is left down here. And I haven't smelled this for probably 2 months. Now, I stopped wearing it. I stopped wearing it like a year and a half ago or more. I just was not getting anything out of it. Like it was basically not, I wasn't appreciating it. I couldn't appreciate the fragrance because I couldn't smell it while I was wearing it, during or whatever. I've never once smelled this on another person that I know of. I mean, like crazy, right? Living in Portland, Oregon. So I don't know, but I really don't feel as though I have smelled this in the wild. Except on myself. Now, I think of ethyl maltol. It's sort of like a cotton candy accord. I think of that, but there's more to it than that. And I don't know if it's the saffron or, well, you know, he used musks. And yes, he also, I believe it's called ambergris. I believe, used that in here too. Now, it's been so long and I don't even think I kept my Scentbird, like, 10 milliliter atomizer. I don't think I kept that. I don't know where it is. But, so I can't compare it to this. But, I mean, I feel like they're kind of like slightly the same. Just different aspects of the same. So, you know what I would say right now I'm feeling like is that it's not worth it for me because I don't like it that much. However, I don't regret purchasing this. I don't regret purchasing this bottle because I will always have it. I will never use it. And I will always be able to show it to you. I don't know. It was about $200, I think. These are like 75 milliliter he sells it in. 75 milliliter is his size, and no, 70. And that's 2.4 fluid ounces. So yeah, that's the presentation. Well, it looks like there's a box in here that I didn't pull out. So it's like a drawer. Call that a drawer box. And it goes in like this. So I hope you feel like you kind of got a chance to share in some of the Maison Francis Kurkdjian experience. I mean, it's kind of like one of those times where I feel like I got onto it a little bit late in the game and then didn't get to really fully participate. And that's usually what happens with me. Yeah, that's usually what happens to me through life. I get into it a little late, and then by that time, everyone's lost interest. So let's see, aside from the nail fail, otherwise, I don't mind having it 2 different colors, and I don't mind having one shorter. I just don't want it to look like a piece of licorice. Seriously, I'm not trying to make a joke here, but sometimes I do come across as silly or funny, and it's probably because I guess I'm a comedian. Like, I feel sort of like maybe I'm a comedian because that I've had a lot of, like, I was going to say bad decisions. I don't think I would call them bad decisions so much as just maybe wishful thinking, I think, is gotten into me throughout all the time. And, you know, that happens with perfume. In fact, wishful thinking. Like, what would my bottle be like when it came? My full-size bottle. Had to wait like a week and a half for it or something. I don't know. It comes from New Jersey. I do remember that. And I had purchased like probably, well, a total of Maison Francis Kurkdjian full 70 milliliter bottles. I probably have like a total of like 5 or 6 purchased. Now, 1 or 2 or 3 have been given as gifts, but I was still considering them in the number purchased from Maison Francis Kurkdjian's website. Well, let me know what you think of this fragrance in particular. How do you think it stacks up to like vintage fragrances or other designer fragrances? Well, this is not a designer. This is niche. Maison Francis Kurkdjian is niche. And what does that mean anymore? I don't know. It's a perfume house. That's what it is. It's a perfume house. Niche. So, like, Huntley was niche, actually. Huntley that I talked about, haven't talked about in a couple of weeks. Huntley Limited, Huntley Inc., the Huntley Company. I believe it went by all of those names. Well, they were niche because they didn't sell anything else except like aftershave and cologne, and then dusting powder for women. And oh, I missed shaving soap and aftershave lotion. Here it is. Yes, so Huntley's aftershave lotion. Soothing and refreshing. 45% alcohol. 16 fluid ounce. Now, I'm sure that this bottle was made by machine. On the bottom, in the middle, it looks like it could have been, I forget what they call it when it's like a little glob of molten glass that is used to attach the pipe onto the glass that's being blown. I used to study glass blowing, okay? So I've done a little bit of that. I wasn't good. I was very sloppy. But I do love glass. And maybe that's part of why I love perfume so much, is because I love glass and I love bottles. So it could be like, I wish I could think of the word they use, the lingo, the glass blower lingo, but it's like not a nub, but it's something kind of like that where it was attached to something there. But I still think that it was definitely made by machine. And you can see this texture here. I bet a lot of you might even know what that's called, that would create, like, was this a mold? Was this bottle formed with a mold, like encasing it? And then what do I think of the smell at this time? Because I haven't tried it since that one video I did with you. I think it's soapy. That's why it looks like that. I think there's soap in it or something. It's very soapy. You know what it slightly reminds me of, actually, is those Le Crusellas. The fragrances I got, the 3, from the Mexican market in Portland here. Yeah, so the Le Crusellas. It slightly reminds me of those. So maybe those are meant to be like used as an aftershave. That would make sense. And then like some of them are fruity. But, you know, the Rue water one, that's the one I feel is like a older woman type of scent. I think I'm going to go grab them and just see what I think of them today. Yes, the Rue water. It also reminded me of something to eat. Now it's fresh and menthol a little. Yeah, the herb. Gosh, the herb. Rue, it seems like it could be a combination of a few different herbs. I don't think individually I've smelled it before. Yeah. So Rue Water Cologne, it says. It says distributed by the Huntley Company. And then at the top it says Huntley's. I didn't really run across that much of Huntley, the name Huntley, on, like, when I Google searched it. It was just like mostly stuff related to this, I believe. And yeah, in the newspapers and stuff like that. So, hey, shout out, like, if anybody knows anything or finds out anything about this company Huntley, like where it may have been located in St. Louis, like specifically the location, like the building and stuff, I would really like to know, like on the address or something. It'll probably turn up at some point. Every once in a while I get bored and I just do research and I come up with stuff after searching what seems like the same things over and over again, and then I like find something come up. Like maybe I just add or switch one word or something when I'm searching. Well, I think I'll let you go there. And yeah, I mean, this fragrance is so like infamous and everything, but I think it's just it's just it's not I don't feel, in my humble opinion, Francis Kurkdjian, I don't feel like it would be my masterpiece, except that, like how it was received. The way it was received was like it's a masterpiece. But I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure that I agree that that's his masterpiece. Right. It's not his masterpiece. It can't be. He did some other things. He did some amber, like animalic amber fragrances, a couple or 3, and maybe even, yeah, just about 2 or 3, maybe just 1. But I think it was like 2 or 3. Anyway, and that's possibly counting Grand Soir. And I'm not saying that's animalic, because it is not. It is completely not. It's like a vanilla amber, but I do find myself partial to it. Now, I haven't replaced my bottle, so I'm not using it. Yeah, I got a compliment from an older lady. I believe she was about exactly my mother's age. And she was gardening, and I was walking down the sidewalk, and I stopped to talk with her, and I ended up talking with her for close to an hour. And she had some political differences with her daughter, so she only comes over to her daughter's house when her daughter's not home to do the gardening for her daughter and her daughter's partner. And they have children. I don't know if she babysits the children. She didn't talk about her grandchildren being babysat. But anyway, so I was talking to this person that was like my mom, except it wasn't my mom, because my mom has those kinds of beliefs too, like, I don't know, potentially against gay people. I don't know, evangelical. That's all I'll say. Evangelical. It's with sad heart that I do have to tell you that my family is evangelical, and that right now means that I don't feel comfortable with them, including my own mother. So we've been on better terms the last several days, but yeah, she and I both experienced the world in very different ways. That's for sure. She's a Republican. Well, I decided, why don't I just put some on? This will go on the left arm, forearm. I have tried this on my face, but not as a toner or anything, just slapped it on. It doesn't have much smell. It really doesn't. Wow. I'm not getting anything whatsoever. I think there's something wrong with my nose today. That's what I'm going to say. I think that it does have a smell, but today I'm not getting anything. This is like slightly peppery. Yeah. Almost like cinnamon, the roux water. I think this might be, the way it's running off my arm, yeah, the way, you probably can't see, but the way it's running off my arm is more water-like than it is oil-like. Like the other one, Huntley's, it's dry. It's just totally like dry. And my arm feels cool. Like, yeah, with the air going past, it feels cool. Oh, same on this side, actually. Actually, this one, it's heating up on my arm. It's heating up. Yeah. I bet there's cinnamon. Yeah. This is more complex than I gave it credit for. But it is running off my arm like it's water. But it does have a smell. It does. Okay. Well, I still have no idea how I'm going to use this, or if. I'm still looking for someone who can explain any more culturally about these, and maybe know someone who might have this brand or something, you know. I'm back. I'm interrupting the video probably with this information because I didn't finish editing it, and I realized this bottle of Huntley's aftershave lotion I'm pretty sure I found it in a 1960 newspaper because it says 16 ounce. Yeah. So I'll be putting that up here if I haven't already done so. But I found it. It says from 1960. Got it. Now, still looking for the 1941 shaving soap and bowl. Hit me up if you find it on eBay or anything. Haven't looked lately. So today's the next day. Today is Sunday. Today's Sunday. Blessings to everyone and all of that. Like whatever you believe in, because you know what? I believe in different things depending on the day. Because you know, I mentioned I was raised evangelical, so I was taken to church here and there. And so I have exposure to that. You know, the Christian lore and mythology and belief system, and also the rules and laws that they make for the people in the congregations, in the churches and stuff. Especially like women and men being treated differently regarding their behavior and attire. I'm not going to get into whether that's good or bad because I think it's both. So my scent of the day. Well, early this morning I sprayed this. This is Obsession Night for Women by Calvin Klein. And I've showed you this before. I showed you this when I received it. I think of this as a way of like smelling like I just got a shower and clean. So even though I did get a shower last night, I still wanted to experience that. And then on my bed spread, or my comforter, I sprayed this last night. This is Wafa by Swiss Arabian. This came from Amazon. And this is like, you know, just a slightly powdery, candy-like, fruity, maybe slightly vanillic scent. And it's comforting and it lasts. It lasts on my bedding all night. And then this morning, first thing, well, I sprayed this on my wrists and my neck, and it's plastic bottle. So I dropped it on the concrete yesterday and it just bounced a little bit. So I don't know if I even left a mark. I don't think I did, but I'm glad they made it out of thick plastic or else I would have been SOL. I still love this 3-ounce bottle with a really great sprayer. Yeah. I don't know why I like Taboo so much, but I do like the brief. You know, the brief that he had was to make a perfume for a whore. And I love that, especially like old fashioned. Yeah, like for an old fashioned whore. And then I also sprayed this Skin Musk on my, sprayed it like on the back of my neck. This is powdery, innocent. I think it's innocent. And the musks are maybe on the sweet to dry side. And it's all right. I layer it. I use it to layer. I'm not just gonna, like Taboo, I might not layer it so much because Taboo is just like all by itself. You know, an amazing fragrance. And it's different on different days, different from different bottles. I haven't even tried my 4-ounce bottle yet to see how that varies. But yes, Taboo. And the name Taboo. The name is rad. The name is totally rad. And the brief, like I mentioned. So, yes, you'll see that clipping of the 1960 ad for Huntley's. And doesn't it look like 1960? Yeah, it does. This doesn't look like 1941. This looks like 1960. So that is, and it says 1365 in the bottom on the glass, and then there's a 5. I told you that in a previous video. And then I switched it up yesterday and I got some of this. It's blood orange flavored sparkling water. And it says it's THC free, broad spectrum hemp extract, 25 milligrams of CBD. They were selling this at my, at the restaurant I went to. And I got it. I like blood orange as a flavor. And it's not sweet. It's really not. In fact, they may not have even put any sweetener. But it's a little bit bitter. And that could be coming from like possibly something from the peel of the orange. It says blood orange juice concentrate and orange juice concentrate. So that's the only sweetener. And then sunflower oil. Interesting. And then broad spectrum hemp extract. It also says caution, cannabidiol use while pregnant or breastfeeding may be harmful. Keep out of the reach of children. ETC. 3% juice. So yeah, they can just sell this at a restaurant and they don't have to check your ID in order to buy it, I think. Because they didn't check my ID. And they usually do if they need to. They check my ID still. I know. I'm 48 years old. And they're still checking my ID. Not for buying cigarettes, but for buying anything else. I'm tired. I'm tired this morning. I did get a good amount of rest, but I did wake up in the middle of the night for a few hours and then went back to bed. So I haven't had my coffee yet. And that's going to have to happen because I'm going to get a headache if I don't have my 1 cup of coffee in the morning. Well, that should be everything for this video. That should be everything. Put on my tinted sunscreen today on my face, not my neck. And I think it looks darker. I think I look darker with it on. It covers up some of my sunspots. I have sun damage because I used to not use anything. All my childhood, I was just out in the sun, worshiping the sun. I was worshiping the sun all, like wanting a tan, but I wasn't getting one. I don't tan very easily. Wasn't burning, but I wasn't tanning. So I was staying very pale. And eventually I get tan, but this is about the most that will happen with me. So I'm going to get to editing this, getting it edited and putting it up. Sweater is something or other. I don't know. Some kind of European brand. Let me see if I can potentially show you. What does it say? That's what it says. I think it was made, I think they dyed these threads before they weaved the sweater. Knit. It's knit. It's a knit sweater because it's stretchy. So I think they dyed them first, giving it this interesting pattern that sort of graduated to different looks depending on where you're looking at it. So, as always, thank you so much for commenting. All of it. Even if I just like it and love it and don't respond right away or as soon as I can, I still love the comments. And you guys are giving me so much love. I mean, peace and love and prayers and just advice. And I mean, just like well given, well received. I'm just so grateful. Makes me feel like I'm not all by myself here. Makes me feel not alone. And that's the magic of technology, is making us not feel like we're always totally alone, because we got 24/7 internet. Hope you have it. Hope your internet connection is good and stays good, because this is important. Social media is very addictive. I'm addicted to social media, but also it could be a lifesaver. I feel like it would have saved my life if I had access to it when I was growing up, but it didn't exist back then. And I wanted someone to reach out to. I wanted someone to watch that I could like kind of experience what world and life is like on like the other side of the world or country. Maybe in a city. I always wanted to move to a city, and I finally did. Portland, Oregon. Yeah, and I definitely would have wanted to watch someone like myself who was talking about things in a different world, different life. So I hope that's what you guys get to do too, is just experience a little bit of someone else's life, someone that hopefully you can trust or start to trust. And we'll see what happens with this channel, like whether or not I actually get 1,000 subscribers and get monetized, whether or not people start to contact me to send me free stuff. I don't know. But that'll be a test to see like how I deal with that. I like how Ramsey's doing it. Ramsey, this fragrance channel, he inspires me. His attitude inspires me, his style, his delivery, his ethics. It's all inspiring. His honesty, that's what inspires me. And so does Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre is a dermatologist, doctor, and she films a lot and vlogs a lot about skincare and also her knowledge as a medical professional. And she shares her life. And I am so inspired by the way she does it. She's just so rad. If you haven't heard of her, you know, if you ever need skincare advice and you ever want to know, like, how can you limit the amount of products you use and still like get what you need from the, you know, skincare, she will tell you everything, and she will tell you pretty much the honest way. She loves skincare. Well, that's all for now. I'm going to have to edit this, upload it, and get it right to you. Hot off the presses. Yes, my nails are effed up. Like I showed you. They're messed up. But I want to get this one maybe longer. I think it would look great if it was longer or just somehow different, you know? I might even go back there today and get that fixed. Thank you for watching and commenting and liking. And if you like, subscribing. I appreciate it all. I appreciate all of your input. Thanks.